It's the Theater Weirdos here. We're gonna see Venom, Let There Be Carnage. What do you think of that? How did you like the first movie?
I did not like it very much. And I mean, I don't think it was the worst movie ever, but it kind of bugged me because there are a lot of fans of it who are like, oh, it's like something different from the usual MCU swill. It tries something different. But basically, the first Venom is the same plot as like Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Like a guy has hubris and is brought down to his lowest level, gets humility knocked into him, gets superpowers, has that kind of love interest who's not a love interest, and fights a guy who's basically his clone. That's basically the typical MCU movie, and that's the plot of Venom. The only difference is that Tom Hardy spent the entire movie being disgusting and jumping in lobster tanks, and a lot of people thought that made it good. But for me, it's just I kind of hate the whole. He has what's called Johnny Depp-itis, where it's just like, man, it really is awful that I'm such a good-looking guy. Nobody takes me seriously. I'll just gonna be really scruffy and macho so people don't think I'm a sissy. That's basically Tom Hardy's whole deal. He's his generation's Johnny Depp, and I don't mean that as a compliment.
This one, I think, does look better than the first one. It's cool how Carnage is in it. Woody Harrelson as Casey Cassidy. But it's kind of funny that in the comics, it seemed like Casey Cassidy was like a 20-year-old kid, and Woody Harrelson is probably like 60.
Right. Well, I think the reason they're casting him is because Venom was created as part of the serial killer craze of the early 90s, which Natural Born Killers was also capitalizing on. So a lot of people are like, no, Woody Harrelson has to play Carnage.
Okay. The trailers do look good, and he looks like the best part. What's kind of upsetting about Venom in the Spider-Man movies is Spider-Man's my favorite hero, but he was in Spider-Man 3, and they kind of messed that up. They didn't do a good job with Venom. And then in the first movie, like we said, it's only an all-right movie, and he's like the hero. So you never get to see like a truly scary Venom in a Spider-Man movie. But he's the good guy in this, and hopefully it's good. We're going to go check it out, and we'll let you know what we thought.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why they created Carnage, was because it's like, oh, we need to make Venom a hero now, so we need to create a more psycho version of him.
Yeah. First showing, 4 p.m., a decent amount of people. They're showing the trailer to Venom before the movie.
And what's yours?
Yeah, it's like, what if this backfires and somebody's seeing the trailer wait, this movie looks like garbage, never mind.
Yeah, well, they already paid. So.
You can actually get a refund before the first 10 minutes, I think.
Just got out of the film strip. We saw Venom. I'm not going to speak for you, but I'll speak for myself. I did not like the first half of that movie. I did warm up to it the second half. Venom is just annoying and not funny. There was a few chuckles, but everything he says is supposed to be for a laugh, and it just kind of fell flat.
Yeah, well, I think that's because the voice doesn't work. The distorted, you're a baby, you're a pussy, and it's just kind of it's a little old because I think someone's trying to do a big monstrous thing and not going with natural timing.
Yes, the parts with Carnage were pretty awesome, and actually, for a Marvel movie, some of the best fights.
Yeah, although I think that there was a lot of we gotta keep this PG-13 rating cuts.
Yeah, here's where we drop the one F-bomb. Oh, I'm gonna bite a head, but it cuts weird, so you can't actually tell if a head got bitten off or not.
Yeah, I think a lot of fate of the characters were at times kind of ambiguous.
Like I said, Carnage was the best part of the movie. And what's also funny about these movies is the character Shriek was in it.
Yeah.
And they always do this where they don't even say the name of the character. They said it once more than halfway through the movie. So it must be confusing to people who aren't really up on it. And also, I called the character Casey Cassidy. I forgot that it was Cletus Cassidy.
Right. No, you gotta remember that too. Like he's the Spider-Verse Cletus the slack-jawed yokel has became a serial killer and was infected by a symbiote. Because it's all part of the Fox, Marvel, Sony, Disney umbrella now, guys. It's canon.
Oh, okay. So Cletus the slack-jawed yokel. Very nice. So why did I just do a Borat impression? Oh my God! So it was interesting how Cletus and Shriek had like they were lovers, but then Carnage didn't like Shriek.
Right, well that kind of makes sense. Like I don't because I was familiar with the characters from the comics, but I don't know why it never occurred to me that like a character with sound powers being with like a symbiote person is actually a little bit star-crossed. But that is a change from the comics though, because in the comics Cletus is so integrated he doesn't have like the split personality back and forth.
And there is a scene after the credits, which is the best part of the movie. Would you agree with that?
I don't know if it was the best part, but I do think like it definitely touched upon kind of the mundane aspects of how like this super cosmic comic booky stuff is.
So would you recommend the movie?
If you want to experience your 95 Marvel masterpiece cards coming to life, the movie does evoke that. If you genuinely thought the interplay between Brock and Venom was entertaining, it does give you that and more. It does. It's a little bit like oh, I wish the cake was all frosting kind of thing. But if you want to eat a tub of frosting, that's what this movie is. It's a big, gooey, bloody tin of frosting.
So I remember reading that with the Suicide Squad, people didn't like the humor. And oh my God, if those people didn't like that humor, they're gonna hate this movie because the Suicide Squad was really funny, in my opinion.
And actually more touching and this kind of does like take like this single joke that these two don't get along and just kind of grinds it into the ground. Grinds it into paste.
So if I had to give it like a score, I would say like Venom, this new one, whatever the name of it is, 6.5 out of 10, and that's being generous.
Probably me too.
Yeah, so it's all right. See it if you want to. Yeah. I don't know. I used to work at Target. I was the cart attendant. The cart manager, huh? This is the XD model. They didn't have that back in my day. We just had the regular cart manager.
Cool.
The XD though, that's a good machine. So that cart runs on a typical car battery, and I used to get that baby up to 10 miles per hour. There was one day I had 300 carts on it. I kid you not, it was a half mile long. And the girls would come by and they would be all impressed with my cart skills, and like some of them would get into car accidents, and I actually got fired for that. It was crazy, but I did have a good thing going for a while, and I really tricked that cart pusher up.
Right, yeah, no, like
legend
the
right here.
Batmobile of Target carts.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye. Halloween costumes here. There's an infant skeleton for $15, but I'm pretty sure you can just get that for free.
Yeah, but it's really time consuming. Just it takes hours and hours to boil it.
Yeah, sick.